Welcome to the Inspiring Women of Iowa podcast, a special series amplifying the stories of the Inspiring Women of Iowa finalist. Inspiring Women of Iowa is an annual event hosted by Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa with the goal of celebrating women of courage, confidence, and character who are making the world a better place. Why does that sound familiar? Well, because it also happens to be the mission of the Girl Scouts, where they believe society is better because strong women show girls that anything is possible. This event was created by Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa in 2017 to celebrate women in our community and share their stories while raising support for the Girl Scout programs that build the next generation of inspiring women. 16 individuals are celebrated annually with the Courage, Confidence, Character, and Inspiring Advocate for Women awards. I'm your host, Sarah Noel Wilson. I am a business owner, a champion of women, and I'm also a proud Girl Scout alum, so massive love to Troop 238. And I am honored to have the chance to speak with these amazing, inspiring women and to share their stories with you. Joining me today is Marlena Hemphill. She is the case manager at The Beacon, and she is being nominated for the Women's Advocate Award. So, Marlena, I like that for people who aren't watching but are listening. She's doing this dance that is also just like cloaked in a little I'm excited and I'm a little uncomfortable. And so I love that that's where we're going to start. Congratulations, though, on being a finalist this year.
Yes, thank you so much.
Before we get into the work you do, what should we know about you as a human?
Well, I myself have had the same struggles as many of our clients. So I'm very aware of what it takes to come back from being in prison and bettering your life and working through, all the traumas and things that our clients have to go through. So I've been there, I've done that, and we do recovery.
Yeah, that's it's clear there's probably going to be a lot more I want to explore than we have time for. Talk for people who are unfamiliar with the organization you work for and the work that you do. Help us understand the population you serve and what drives that.
Yeah, so our mission is to help any woman in crisis get back on their feet. Crisis can be, homelessness, incarceration, addiction, domestic violence. We're not an emergency domestic violence, but we definitely help women that have had that in their past. And just give them that support and that hand up, because a lot of the times they're alone. They want to isolate. They don't feel they're worthy, and we just love them until they can love themselves.
It's interesting to hear the language you use, because we know that so often in our culture and our society, because our society wasn't built for us, right? Like that's usually when the imposter syndrome and the doubt shows up. And so I just was struck by the fact that, imagine having maybe the normal questioning that women often experience, not because they're less than, but because, right, culturally, sometimes we are treated as less than, combined with some kind of crisis or challenge that they face. It's interesting to hear you say they isolate. I'm just curious to hear more about that.
Yeah, because a lot of the times, especially when they're coming from prison, we're used to structure and people telling us what to do, how to do it. And so when you're able to have that freedom, it gives you anxiety almost instantly.
Yeah.
So the safest thing to do is to isolate and just stay away. That way you're not doing anything wrong. You're not having to talk to people. So yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah. What do you see, or what do you think people get wrong about individuals who have been formerly incarcerated?
Well, there's a lot of stereotypes out there that we're bad people, and people judge us based on, you know, the decisions that we've made, but they have no idea about the choices that we've had, that made those decisions what they were, you know.
Yeah. That's really poignant what you said. Well, like what was the what drove you to this work? I mean, you talked about your personal journey, and I'm curious, you know, what was that transition like from doing the work you needed to do so that you could be at a better place, a healthier place for you, that then translated into wanting to do this work for others?
Sure. So I was incarcerated in 2020, and after that incarceration, I was paroled to the Beacon program. So I was a client there. And at the time, the director, Melissa Vine, had seen it. Yeah, she's seen in me what I had no idea about, and so she gave me a chance at being an RA, and from there I grew and I blossomed, and I just became this sponge knowledge person. I wanted to know everything, learn everything, and shortly after that I became house manager, and then I was promoted to a case manager, because they saw how I was with the clients, and that, you know, I had this natural trauma informed type mind, and so they put me in a case manager role because it was better suited, and I'm telling you, I love my job. I love my job. Being able to come and just to support these women, because they are so wonderful. I mean, these women are so smart, so talented. They just haven't been given that chance to shine, and I love being able to witness it. It's gonna make me cry.
No, you're good. I love it because whenever tears show up, it's because something's important. So can I ask you the question I like to ask everyone? What are the tears telling us right now?
That I wish the entire world was able to see the women the way I see them. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. I mean, because, you know, at the end of the day, all of us just want to be seen and heard and respected and validated. And again, I can imagine how lonely it can feel. What a gift you are. I understand why I mean, like, not that I don't question anyone's nomination, but it's like, oh, I haven't met you. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like, of the work you're doing. So you have been identified, Marlena, as somebody who's inspiring. And what I'm curious about, I know it's uncomfortable. You know, this is what I tell people. I was like, when you get a compliment, you're not allowed to say anything. And if you really have to say something, just say 2 words. Thank you. Don't thank me because I didn't do it, but I'm here to like pour into you. Who inspires you?
Oh my gosh, every single one of my coworkers, day in and day out, every single day. These women inspire me. My sister inspires me. You know, I'm now at a point in my life where I'm able to see people for who they are and not for what I've done. So I get inspired going to the bus stop. I get inspired. Everybody inspires me.
What a glorious way to spend a Friday afternoon with you.
Thanks.
I something that's coming up for me, and I want to offer this up. Maybe, hopefully you'll hear it as a gift, but I have the personal belief that every single human is like an acorn. They have the greatness of an oak tree as long as they're nurtured. And I just want to name and acknowledge the role you're playing, the sunlight you're providing, the rain that you are showering down on with love to nurture these beautiful acorns so that they can become the great oak tree they were meant to be. And so I just, like, human to human, I'm sitting here in gratitude and just really appreciative to have met you and to hear about the work you're doing. So Marlena, you're welcome. So you are being recognized, and people are going to get exposed to your story, and they're going to get exposed to the work you're doing and the work that you're advocating for. What do you want for people who are listening to this conversation to leave the conversation doing, thinking differently?
Get to know people, actually have a conversation with them before you automatically just assume that they're terrible people and they make bad decisions because they're bad people. A lot of the times bad decisions were made because we had no other choice.
Yeah. Which can be so hard for people who haven't been in that situation. And I really appreciate how you've articulated that kind of a few different times in a few different ways, because it's such an important reminder. For people who want to connect with you and learn more about the work you're doing to support you, to support the Beacon, what's the best way for people to connect with you, Marlena?
So if you visit our website, it's thebeacondm.org. On there, it has a little clip of my story where I go into a little more detail. Not everything, but a lot of it. You can see all kinds of amazing stories of past clients, current clients, and it'll keep you up to date. And then you can also request to get our newsletter every month. So that'll keep you up to date and all the good things that are happening with the Beacon.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congrats again. And thank you for coming on and talking with me for a little bit today so that we can share your story. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The 2025 Inspiring Women of Iowa event will be held on May 9th at the Meadows Events and Conference Center. To purchase tickets and get more information about supporting this event, please visit inspiringwomenofiowa.com. And all proceeds from this fundraising event stay 100% local to benefit Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa and their mission to build up girls of courage, confidence, and character who will make this world a better place. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your support.